It's often been said that the best way to improve the quality of your videos is to improve the quality of your sound. What I'm talking to you about today is lapel mics, in particular the Rode SmartLav Plus. It's designed for using on smartphones, that being iPhones or Androids, any type of smartphone. And as you're going to see, this is one of the most important things you can have in your kit, whether you're using your phone or whether you're using a bigger camera, because sound is fundamental to making a good video. G'day, I'm Michael and I am the Technical Director of Girl Director Academy. We train in all kinds of areas of video, in terms of production, in terms of marketing, in terms of building all the funnels and all the things you need to do. But today is all about the things that you need to do to improve the quality of your videos. And that is the sound. I have a thing I like to call squinty cam. And squinty cam is like when you look at a video and it's well filmed, it looks good with lighting and everything, but I can't quite see it because I can't hear it. So I'm going, I don't know what they're saying. And if you're anything like me, then if you can't hear something, then you can't see it. So let's look at the most simple solution. And it's one of these. This here is what we call a lapel mic or lavalier mic. And it's simple to use. I'll pull this one out here. It just goes down in your shirt and it just goes this kind of distance. So as a general rule, you want it to be about here. And what it's going to do is it's going to get the sound around you here. Now what happens is, if I'm filming with this camera, the internal microphone, if I'm close up it's not too bad, so I'm just doing a selfie video, you'll find that's pretty good. But if you're outside, you'll straight away start to get more noise. As soon as I go further away, I start to compete with the echo and the sound of the room. As soon as I go much further away, like 10 feet away, let's say you're doing a cooking demonstration in the kitchen, then you'll find that the echo and the air conditioner noise and the guy with his whippersnipper out the back and the car driving past and the kids playing will all be competing with your voice. And you don't want that. You want your voice to be front and center of a video so people hear exactly what you are saying. Now these sort of microphones are used by newsreaders, they're used in film sets. I worked in a lot of TV sets in my past and we would use the same kind of microphones. So they're often hidden, but you'll often just see them where they are. You can see there's one there. This is what I'm using right now. Now the first thing you want to do when you start using one of these microphones is test it. Don't just talk. You can hear that popping sound. You can even rub it. That's the first thing you want to do when you use one of these. Record that sound, check it out, listen back to it and make sure that it's working, because if it's not plugged in right, or the plug is the wrong kind of plug for the type of phone or type of camera you're using, then it won't be doing anything. You'll just be using the internal mic again. So that's the first thing you want to do. Now, the other great thing, these SmartLavs are a simple device. There's only about a meter long cable and they're about $75, so they're absolutely worth getting. They're an Australian brand. Rode make really nice equipment. And they've got this particular plug design. It's a gray plug and it's got 4 brass sleeves on there. It means it's for a smartphone. So that will only work in a smartphone unless you use an adapter. So straight away, all I need to do is, there's my little adapter for the iPhone, and other phones don't have them, so just use that. Stick that in there. And straight away, we've got a very simple microphone set up. It sounds really good. Now, the other thing that's important to remember for this is, because it's only a meter long, you might want to go longer. And so what you can get with this is a 6-meter extension. This here, this is mine rolled up. It's got 2 grey plugs. That's 6 meters long. So straight away, using this microphone, I can go right back 6 meters, be plugged in, and I'm still front and center of the sound, which is really important. The other thing that's really cool about these SmartLavs is that you can plug 2 of them into your phone, which is great for doing interviews. So here is a little double adapter that Rode sell, and this just plugs into here. And you can now plug 2 of these. Now, they are a mono signal, which means that when you're talking, you can't mix them afterwards. It's not a splitter, there's a difference. So it means that you've got the one together. So if you've got one person talking and maybe one of them has a louder voice than the other, then you would put them on, a bit lower on the one who's got the louder voice and higher up. So that's a simple way of dealing with it. Straight away, we can use those. We use these in Girl Director all the time, even for our Facebook Lives. Another thing that comes in very handy with these is, as I mentioned before, this little grey plug means it works in a smartphone. Well, Rode set a little adapter that goes from a grey to the black, and that means then you can use that and you can plug the black plug now into a normal camera, like a camcorder or a DSLR, mirrorless camera, whatever you want. And that straight away converts it to a standard plug, so it's totally adaptable for that. And again, you can plug in the extension, so you go grey to grey, and it with black at the end, and then you've got a good long cable. It's a really cheap, simple way of having good sound on a camera without having to blow the budget. One of the things that people often struggle with is how do you actually put the thing together? So let's just have a look at this in detail. It comes with a little wind filter, so that just comes off there. And there's the microphone. It's very small itself, and it's got a little clip, and the clip, just you pull that out. And when you get it in the box, it's just like that. And there's the clip. So what you want to do is you first of all want to just undo that little clip there and just put it down there until you get to the little rubber bit down the bottom where it'll actually become more solid. It won't move around. That's simple. Now you can see, if you look at it this way, it's clipping that way, so the microphone is up this way. It means that will go into a man's lapel shirt size. It'll go into a man's shirt that way. If you want to have it the other way around, then you just turn that around the other way. Put that there like that, and now you can see it'll go into a woman's shirt. You can actually have them upside down or straight up. It really doesn't matter. They work both ways. So it's not a big deal if it's around the wrong way. Now all you need to do is, once you put that on, is put your little wind filter on top there. And there it is there. Now you can use it without the wind filter. It'll look a bit smaller, but it also just means that you'll end up with, you could potentially end up with a bit more noise or wind sound if you're outside. Now the next trick is, take this and you curl this up, and you want to put it through that there. See that? So now that's gone through the back of it. That now is looped over and it's gone through there. You can see that goes right up to that part. So now, and what's great about these Rode ones is they've got a little clip there. Just, let's see that, really right there. And what the clip does, it means that little bit of cable there can just be pushed in with your fingernail like that. So now that sits there really flush. And so you'll know it's set up right because when you turn it around, you'll see there's the cable and it's all done. So as you can see, it's really, really simple to use. The things that you want to think about when you're using one of these microphones are that this one I like because it's got a really strong signal. I've used lapel mics in the past that had batteries and things, and the signal would get really weak and the phone wouldn't get a strong enough signal, and you'd get a lot of very low volume sound and a lot of hiss. You don't want that. So it's got a very strong signal, which is great. Sometimes it's even possibly a little bit too strong. So you might, if your voice is very loud, then you might want to have it just a bit further down so that you're not overblasting it. You don't want to be going around doing this and all that kind of stuff. So you don't want to be going around overloading the microphone. The other thing is, people often compare these to whether or not you should use a shotgun mic. There's some very nice ones like the Rode Video Mic Pro that sits on top of a camera and it points at you. Now I find they're great if you're in close proximity, and if you're moving around, they're very good. But as soon as you want to go further away and you say aren't quite close enough to somebody, then they're not nearly as good as a lapel mic. The other thing is price. These are really well priced. They're quality and they're well priced. So compare it to what I'm using now. Wireless options start for anything decent around the $270 mark. And even the one I'm using right now on this camera, which is a different brand, that's $800. It's older now, but it's a beautiful little wireless kit. But you don't necessarily want to spend that kind of money straight off. So start with your smart lav, use it on your phone, and straight away your videos will be much better quality. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. And there's a couple of options for you. You can click on this button here and look at some more videos that will be of interest and relevant to you. But also, why don't you book in for a video planning session with us? That's where we can talk to you all about how you can grow your business with video, and we'll go into any particular personal things that you need to know in terms of the tech and the strategies. So make sure you do one of those things and keep enjoying making your videos.